When Emma told me she'd be working late again, I didn't argue. It was the third time that week, and I had trained myself to smile, nod, and pretend I didn't notice how often these late nights had become routine. Her tone was practiced, casual, the kind you use when a lie has been repeated so often you almost believe it yourself. I watched her grab her purse, the faint trail of her perfume lingering in the air as she moved toward the door. "Don't wait up," she said, grinning, though her eyes didn't share it. I said I wouldn't, but I did. For months, I had pushed down the quiet suspicion at the back of my mind, the nagging feeling that something didn't fit. She had grown distant, distracted, her phone always face down. The warmth between us had cooled into polite, surface-level exchanges. I told myself maybe marriage went through seasons, and this was just one of them. But that night, something shifted. Maybe it was a slight hesitation before she left, or the faint tremor in her voice when she whispered, "Love you." It carried guilt trying to disguise itself as affection. Around 8:30, I texted, "How's the project going?" She replied instantly, "Still at the office. Might grab a coffee soon." I knew she wasn't there. A few weeks earlier, she had left her car keys on the counter with a small Bluetooth tracker still attached, a leftover from when she used to worry about losing them. I had forgotten about it until that night. When she said she was at work, I checked the app. Her location blinked 3 meters away in the opposite direction of her office. A quiet residential street near the lake. Private. The kind of place where secrets hide. I didn't go there. I didn't need to. I just stared at the screen, pulse steady instead of spiking. I wasn't angry. Yet, I was studying the pattern, the slow, quiet way betrayal unfolds. I waited 10 minutes, 20, 40. Her little blue stayed put. At 9:37, I sent a single message. "Your boss's car isn't outside your office." No reply. A minute passed, then 5. Her location started moving quickly. I imagined her checking her phone, panic spreading across her face, keys fumbling in her hands, breath quickening as she drove home through red lights. She pulled into the driveway close to 10 o'clock. Her car screeched to a stop. She walked inside, trying to seem calm, hair slightly messy, hands trembling. "Hey," she said, forcing a smile. "You're still up?" I nodded, feigning casualness. "Yeah, just wondering how late you'd be." Her eyes flickered. For a moment, she almost cracked. Then she recovered, slipped off her heels, and said, "I told you, it's been crazy at the office." I leaned back, letting the silence stretch between us, the clock ticking like a metronome marking the distance in our marriage. "You know," I said softly, "I thought about visiting you tonight, bringing coffee." Her face paled slightly. "Oh, you need to do that." "No," I replied, holding her gaze. "I figured I'd stop by since your car isn't there." Her expression froze. 1,000 lies collided behind her eyes, searching for one that might still hold. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Silence thickened until even breathing felt like confession. She tried to laugh nervously. "What are you talking about? Of course my car is there. I parked around the back." "Really?" I said quietly, "because I don't see it. Not at your office. Not anywhere near it." Her lips parted, but no words came. A tiny tremor ran through her hands as she tucked hair behind her ear, a gesture I once found endearing, now replaced by guilt's familiar mask. "I can explain," she whispered. I nodded slowly. "I bet you can." The kitchen was quiet except for the soft hum of the refrigerator. I could see the battle behind her eyes. Confess or continue to lie? She finally spoke. "I was helping a coworker. Had car trouble near the lake. Didn't tell you because I knew you'd overthink it." Classic deflection. She had done this before in smaller ways, subtle enough to slip by unnoticed. I stared at her, not angry, just calmly exhausted. Helping someone at a house by the lake for 3 hours. Her voice cracked. "It's not what you think." "Then what is it?" She didn't answer. Her phone buzzed softly on the counter. She froze. I glanced down, one text notification, a single name, Mark. The irony cut deep. The man she claimed was just her boss. I didn't grab her phone. I didn't shout. I simply looked at her. In that silence, the truth unraveled faster than any confession could. Her eyes filled with tears. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. I didn't mean for you to find out. For it to go this far, I said softly. Small, pathetic words, but they carried the weight of something broken long before I noticed. I stood, feeling strangely light. Emma, I gave you every chance to be honest. Every night you said you were working late. I told myself you were just tired, that maybe I wasn't doing enough. I tried fixing things that weren't even broken by me. Her tears fell freely. Please don't do this. It was a mistake. I love you. I shook my head slowly. You love the version of me who didn't know. She stepped closer, reaching for my arm. I moved back. Don't, I said quietly. You've already touched enough that doesn't belong to you. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. A silence heavy with years of unsaid words. Then I picked up my phone, opened the tracker app, and tapped a few buttons. Her location blinked once before disappearing from my account. You don't have to lie anymore, I said. You're free to go wherever you want. Just don't tell me you're working late. She sobbed quietly, hands over her face. I didn't feel triumph, just clarity, like fog lifting after a storm. I walked to the door and paused. You know what that text did? I said softly. It didn't just make you drive home fast. It made me stop waiting. The night air was colder than expected, but honest. Every sound, every breath real and unfiltered. Behind me, I could hear her crying, but I didn't turn. Some endings don't need revenge or dramatics. Sometimes the best punishment is letting the truth work on its own. And for the first time in months, I didn't feel deceived. I was walking away, not angry, but finally at peace.